loves, so good to see you. Welcome to today's class. Before we get into anything though, I want you to make sure that you are sipping on some water, getting good and hydrated while I just talk about what we're going to be doing today, what we're going to be working on, and what kind of cool little exercises, tips, and tricks for getting flexibility in a yogic practice today. So I'm looking at you. Girl, pause your video, get your water. We need to be hydrated. We can't have no crusty fascia up in here, no crusty body. We are flourishing, we are hydrated. So my friends, I want you to go ahead and if you have a foam roller, go get her. And if you don't, you can still stay for class, but if you don't have a foam roller, I definitely just recommend getting one if you're a dancer, because you'll learn how you can use them today to help increase your flexibility. They're great for rolling out your muscles when you're super sore. They're just a good thing to have on hand. So in today's class, we're going to be working on 4 different kind of things to implement if you are trying to increase your flexibility, increase your mobility, and just find greater range of motion in your body. But we also, with that, are trying to get functional flexibility. So flexibility that's actually going to show up when you're dancing. That's actually going to be like, damn, that girl's flexible, she's strong. Like, wow, yes, dancer on point. That's what we want, right? We want flexibility that is functional. We want to have equal strength as we do flexibility. We want to be strong in our end range. So we want to be able to open up the muscles and stretch, and then also have the strength to support ourselves and hold ourselves in whatever, crazy open, stretchy position that we're in. And that, my friends, is what will help make you stand out from the rest. So we're going to be working with a little bit of self-massage and myofascial release. That's what the roller is for. We're also going to be working on active stretching and mobility. So again, combining that strength and flexibility. And then we're working on PNF stretching, which PNF stands for Proprioceptive Neuromuscular Facillitation. So we'll just say PNF instead of that mouthful. But that is basically a way to really help you get your mind into your muscles. If you've got some stubborn muscles, or there's just like one pose or one certain stretch that just like you just can't get it. It always feels super tight, super stiff for you. This is a little trick you can try to like really get into the muscles and help them release. Help them find a little more relaxation and let go if they're feeling really sticky or resistant in certain poses, certain stretches. And then finally, last but not least, we'll just be doing some classic holding a static stretch. But we're going to be focusing in on our breath. We're going to be focusing on communicating to our body, helping the fascia, helping the body relax, to feel safe in any kind of stretch, to feel good, and listening to our body along the way. So kind of a little bit of yin, static, long hold stretching. We're going to be doing that at the very end when we are good and warm and our body is fully primed so that we can stretch and let go and be totally safe, be good, be taking care of ourselves and care of our body. So one last thing I just want to put out there as sort of an intention for this class is that when we are on this exploration of gaining flexibility, but we're doing it in a yogic sense, we're here to listen to our bodies, we're here to be in the moment, to meet each moment as it is, to meet ourselves as we are, to meet our body as it is, to have flexibility both in the body and in the mind. Adaptability is what we are working on today. Adapting our body to feel more comfortable and safe in wider ranges of motion, and our flexibility of our mind. So letting go of any rigidity about, oh, I have to look this way, it has to be this way. Like if I can't do certain poses today, I failed. Like I want to let that ego rigid way of thinking go, because when we're gaining flexibility, it's going to be a lot better for you if you honestly meet your body where it is. If you're like, okay, this is feeling weird today, this is feeling tight, trying to find that place where you're getting a good stretch sensation, but you're not like dangerously over pushing it or just sinking into your joints or causing your body any kind of strain. We want to find that balance of sensation, but also relaxation, grounding, centered, tuning into your body and listening to your body, letting your body tell you, letting your body and the wisdom of your body kind of take over, even when the mind is like, oh, but I want to look a certain way, I have to look a certain way, it has to be like this. So putting that out there, our intention today is to lovingly listen to our body and to work with our body, not against our body, so that your body, your mind, your desire for flexibility, everything is all on the same page, working together. Your body is your friend and it just wants to keep you safe. So we're going to communicate with it to feel safe and feel like, yeah, we can stretch, we can push our limits, we got this, we're all in this together, I got you, you got me, self-love. So if that sounds a little woo-woo, doesn't make sense to you quite yet, just keep that possibility open and we'll explore that a little more as we get into the class. One more thing you might want before we get started are some foam blocks. So this is just an option, a great way to help get your hands on something for support if you can't yet have your hands on the ground in some poses. So if you have those, go ahead and grab them and just have them nearby. Get your foam roller. So we're actually going to start rolling out today, my friends. So rolling out isn't just for when you're sore after class. So let's start with it under your right leg, so we're going to that right hamstring. So just start rolling it out. I love to do a little foam rolling before class as a warm-up, because it is pretty full body. You can get your arms going, your core going, but it's a great way to just wake up the muscles, wake up the fascia of whatever area you're rolling out, get some blood flow, and just wake them up. I feel that this is a really good way to just help loosen the muscles up, especially if I know I'm going into like a pole tricks class, gonna be doing lots of flexy, bendy stuff. So foam rolling isn't just for after class when you're sore, it's a great thing to start incorporating into your pre-class warm-up. So just getting into that right side, maybe onto the side a little bit if that feels good for you. Just getting in, and if you want a little more weight, if you feel like you want a little more intensity, you can put that other foot on top for a little more weight to really press your leg into that foam roller. So as you're doing this, make sure you're plugging your fingertips into the floor. You're not just dumping all your weight into that hand. Awesome. And now just extend both legs out. Take a little forward fold. Just after doing that one side, can you notice a difference in which side is feeling a little more open? So for me, my right side already feels a little more like loosened up. So let's take the other side. Get that left hamstring. And you can go as fast or as slow as you want. If you want to go really slow, ooh, yeah. Not miss a single spot. That can be really nice. Listen to your body. And start breathing nice and deep, just tuning into this moment. Anything outside of this room, outside of this class can wait. This time is for you to take care of yourself, take care of your body. Awesome, and then just take a little stretch over. Ooh, already feels so much nicer, and we haven't even stretched yet. All right, so let's get into those quads now. We'll do that right side. Hello, plant. Scoot back here. Okay. So I like to just kind of come down on my forearms here. And you can activate your core here as well. It's like part plank, part rolling out. So really try and relax that right quad. Oh, and then see if you can take it a second, slow down and really get every inch of that muscle. Oh, hurts so good. all sides of that front of the leg. And breathing deeply, just be like, all right, quad, you can relax, you can release, we're all good. Oh, goddamn, those quads though. All right, and then let's get the other side, the left side. Get all in there. So this is just a great way to like prime the body, prime your muscles, prime your fascia, your connective tissue. And if you are one of my hypermobile dancers, this is amazing for you because sometimes when you're hypermobile, stretching isn't always the best for you. But what are you to do when you have sore muscles but you don't really want to stretch? You just foam roll it out. Foam rolling is your best friend because you can really target the muscles and give them that same release that you would get in a stretch without putting any risk towards overstretching your joints. Okay, 10 more seconds on that left quad, my friends. And come down, all right. So now that we've done that, put your roller aside. Let's go ahead and stand up, take one last sip of water. Coming up, my friends, to a nice wide stance. Feet parallel, let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive down. Pulling your core in as you ripple back up, arms up. Exhale, dive forwards. Core in, ripple up. Dive forwards. And rippling up. Now take that head in a circle, going both ways. Oh yeah. Rotating from the hips, turning out those legs and sink down into a goddess squat here. Hands together, shoulders down and back. Pressing those knees open, using the glutes and the deep rotators to do so. Mounting your toes into the ground. Let's do a little pulse here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, breathe, 2, 1, arms up. Exhale, hands to the quads. Inhale, find length. Exhale, drop that right shoulder, twisting, pressing those knees open, but still squeezing your glutes here. So active stretching, support your sacrum, support your pelvis. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, other side. We're gonna get good and warm here, do some active stretching, work the muscle a little bit, and then towards the end of class, we'll slow it down, get some nice juicy stretches. Hands down, let's take those hips side to side, just kind of sway them. Give them a little swing, a little bounce here. All right, we're gonna twist that right knee in, drop, twist, center, twist, rotate, twist, center, twist, really opening across the heart, opening up through the collarbones, pressing into the floor, twisting to the left here, taking a nice big twist, inhale, exhale, arms off, coming into a high lunge, lift that back knee off. All right, hands to the heart, we're gonna do a little shift, forward and back, keeping that front knee tracking forwards. Draw that left hip back, right hip forward, squeeze your inner thighs together. Oh yeah, strengthening while we stretch. Inhale up, exhale, hands down, stretching back to a pyramid pose for a moment. Inhale, don't lock into that knee. Exhale, down, reach that right arm forward, pressing into the floor. We're gonna contract the core. Knee to elbow, extend out. So as you extend that leg back, see if you can keep it off the floor as long as you can, not just this, okay? Nice long lines. We're gonna go 10, 9, 8, stay nice and strong through that left side. 6, 5, 4, ooh, 3, squeeze that left glute, 2, 1, extend, send it back to pyramid, shake your head out, no. All right, coming down to that lunge again, and bring that left foot outside of the hands. We're a little more open here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull our core in, push into the floor, and we're gonna lift and switch the legs. Drop. Yeah, so a little switch. So when you're coming down, I want you to not just slam into the ground. I want you to really use your strength to land lightly with control so you're not just hanging into your hips. You want to support the hips, so hop up, bounce, bounce, in, bounce, bounce, press up, down, no, and up, and switch, press, press. So think hips up, up, and land. Nice and soft, 2, and 1. Coming back to the center to that forward fold. Take a little sway here. Holding on to opposite elbows. Beautiful, hands down, take the other side, feet out, drop low, twist. Inhaling to the right side, hands off, knee off, coming up to our high lunge here, drawing that right hip back, left hip forward, squeeze your inner thighs together, supporting your hips, so we're not just dumping here, we are active, we are supportive, and we're shifting. Just a little tiny shift here, see if you can really stay supported and stable through that pelvis. Whew. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down, stretching back, pyramid pose, shake the head out, no. Awesome, dropping down. Bring that right arm forwards, and we're gonna contract. So nice, strong right leg here. Don't let that knee roll in like that. You wanna keep it nice and centered. Toes melting into the floor. Contract, extend. 10. See, I'm taking nice and long to extend that leg out. 7, 6, 5, whew, that right leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome, straighten up. One more time, pyramid. Exhale out. Inhale, coming forward. Walk that right foot to the outside of the hands. We're gonna take that same hop and switch. So really use your power that you're gonna push up into a handstand and switch. Land with control. Bounce. And switch. And switch. Press up. Land soft. Press up. Land soft. With control. Use the core. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to the center, forward fold here. Inhale, exhale. And coming up nice and strong, turning those feet out, rotating from hips, whoosh, and then walk your feet out. Hands to your heart. All right, we're gonna take it nice and strong, dropping down. So we're moving towards our low lunge here, but I only want you to go as far as you can then come back up. So if you just want to drop down here, but then you're like, you can't get yourself up, You need to go only as far as you can honestly come back up nice and strong. We're gonna take these side to side, dropping down. And up, rotating from the hip, working the glutes, core in. Oh yeah, in that stretch and our strength. This is the stuff that is actually going to affect you when you are dancing. How strong and powerful and flexy can you be? So just taking these on your own breath rhythm, at your own pace. And next time you get to your left side, go ahead and come down. But again, we're not just hanging out here. We are active, we are strong. Like you could come back up at any moment. Let's breathe here. 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, turning that back foot in parallel. Taking a side angle here. So still getting into that inner thigh. Getting this outer edge of the body. Breathe nice and long and deep. Exhale, straightening that left leg, but not locking into your knees. So pressing into your toes, pulling up on your quads on that kneecap. Energy through the legs, energy through the core, through the spine. Breathing here in triangle. So if you're having trouble reaching the floor, go ahead and just put a block here under your hand. All right, pulling your core in, active stretching. We're gonna lift, float our hands off, rotate, and touch that other hand to the floor. Twisted triangle, revolved triangle. Make sure you're not rolling in on that back arch, grounding down through the outer edge. And again, lifting off core, pulling into your spine, twist. So doing this without locking into your knee. You want to take care of your knee here. Use your strength. Twist. Up. And down. Lift. And twist. And then we'll take a moment to breathe here in revolved triangle. Take that left hip if it's kind of forward and see if you can pull it back a little. See if you can square those hips off a little bit. And make sure you're centered through that back leg, not rolling in. Beautiful, hands down. Let's mid-turn the feet towards the left, hands framing that foot. We're gonna push off nice and strong into a standing split here. So again, our weight is centered in our foot. We're not sinking into our heels. We're not rolling in on our arches. And we're not locking into our knees. Point that left or that right foot. You're gonna drop and lift. So kick. 5, 4, staying forward with your weight. Don't lean back. Don't start locking into your knees. 3, 2, 1, 0. Hold and pulse. Pulse, little kicks. Work that glute. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it nice and strong. And then go ahead and lift that left hand off the ground. See if you can reach it back. Bend that right knee. Reach that hand towards the foot. Woo, and getting a stretch here. Dropping your head down, trying to get that forehead to your knee. Nice, y'all. Breathe. Woo. Find your balance. This is a lot going on here. Strength, flexibility, and balance. Beautiful. Release that leg, hand down. See if you can drop that leg down. Walk that left foot out, hands to the inside, and release that back knee to the floor. Taking a lizard here, so you can either be up on your hands or down on your forearms, or even bend that back knee, reach around for the foot. Now, if you are my hypermobile dancers, you have a lot of mobility through your hips and you feel like the stretch is just in your hip flexors here, I want you with that left foot to really push into the ground, really press in, see if you can lift your hips up a little bit more and have more of an active stretch going on here. Really support your hips. Squeeze your inner thighs together, try and square off your hips, drawing that right hip back, or left hip back, right hip forwards, instead of just sinking here and dumping all your weight. But if you're not hypermobile, go ahead and breathe here. See if you can find that place where you are getting good stretching sensation, but you can still relax a little bit. You're not tense. Getting into that right quad and the inner thighs. In through the nose, out through the mouth. If you've got that back foot, release it. Hands down, we're gonna press up. And bringing that knee out, we're gonna send the hips back just like we would in a child's pose, keeping that left leg out to the side though. Reach those hands forward, taking this half extended child's pose, saying hello to your inner thighs. Breathing into the back of the body. This is one of my favorites. Inhale, coming up, placing that right hand behind you. We're gonna press the hips up into our gate opener here, stretching nice and long. And lifting that left leg off the ground, pressing into the floor with the right hand, pulling the core in, long spine. Bend that knee, reach back for the foot. Pressing up. Now see if you can really have this curve go through your whole spine and not just be you hinging into your low back. See if you can really find a full body arch line here. See if you can like lengthen away from your pelvis, create some space in the low back. Beautiful, and then we're gonna release with control, keeping that leg up. Ooh, extend. Bring it around, ground around the jambe, coming down, sinking the hips down. So we've got our knees stacked here. You can sit here, stay seated and just breathe, or come on up and get more of a stretch into those outer hips here. Wherever you are, release your shoulders. Relax down, breathe, center into the moment, connect with your body. And if you're up, dropping down. And then with the right hand, reaching for the inside of that left foot, we're going to extend that left leg and take a twist here. So pulling that leg across the body as we twist away to get into this outer edge here. Shoulders down, core in, long spine. So really pulling your belly button into your spine to support you here. Take a moment here, breathe into the places that feel tight, that feel resistant. Awesome, and then we're going to lower down, keep holding on to that leg, extend that right leg down. So we've got our split stretch here, holding on to either your foot, your ankle, your quads, or your hamstrings, your calves, something. And we're gonna do a little PNF here. So for a lot of people, this stretch makes them feel really unflexible and it's very much an intense stretch. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna squeeze that left leg and we're gonna try and fight against our hands. Like your leg is trying to escape and your arms are holding it down. So squeeze every muscle, your calves, your quads, hamstrings, booty, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feel every little muscle along this leg, squeezing, activating. Inhale. As you exhale, release completely. Relax all the muscles in your leg and just let your hand and the weight of gravity in your hands drop you down. And then again, so we're squeezing, we're activating. Then with the exhale, we release all of the muscles here and just let our hands slowly drop that leg down as far as it wants to go. So squeeze, 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 fight like it's trying to escape. Inhale, exhale. Relax every muscle in that leg. Maybe give it a little rock. So even if that means you bend your knee, like totally just let it be a noodle leg. Let's do that one more time. So squeezing, pressing, trying to get away, activate. Exhale. Let it release. Awesome, then we'll take a moment to stretch here. Let's exhale, pull that head up and drop down. Core in, pull up, pulling that forehead to the leg and drop down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. And down, extending that leg all the way down. And then using your core, let's do a sit-up. Nice, y'all, crossing your legs. Coming up. Taking our wide-legged forward fold here and prepare to do all of that on the other side. So coming up, turning the feet out, and let's take that side-to-side lunge. Ooh, yeah. Can't forget about the other side. So when you're doing this, try to really keep your toes melted on the floor. Try to avoid them like gripping or anything. And let's come down on this right side here and hold it so just an inch above where you want to relax. See if you can just dig deep, find that external rotation through the hip, through the glute. Activate, melt the toes into the floor. Relax the shoulders, tension in the legs, not in the upper body. And right hand down, straighten that back leg. All right, side angle, here we go. Knee tracking forward and out. Breathing into this side body here. And exhale, straighten that leg. So pulling up on the kneecaps, grounding down through the toes, putting your weight into the knuckles of the foot rather than just hanging out in the heel. And reach that arm up, long spine, strong core. All right, y'all, nice and strong. Inhale, float off, rotate from the core, dropping back down. Make sure you're not rolling in on that back ankle. And lifting up, length and strength through the core, lowering down. And one more time, inhale up. Twist, and we'll take a moment here in revolved triangle. Take that right hip and draw it back if you can. No locking into the knees, no rolling in on the back arch. Inhale. Connect with the moment. You are strong, you are capable, you are adaptable. Awesome, lifting up. And both hands down for that pyramid. And we're gonna press forward into our nice, strong standing splits. Really pressing into the floor with that leg, toes melting, ankles centered. No locking in the knees. We're gonna drop and kick. Kick, kick, kick. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And now little pulses. And again, not locking into that knee. Keep your weight forward. 10, 9, 8. Squeeze from the booty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Find your balance. Plant that right hand or the left hand. Lift that right hand off and back. Bend the left knee. Reach for that foot. Press the foot into the hand and stretch. See if you can drop that forehead towards your knee of the straight standing leg. Whoo, yes. Balance, strength, flexibility, focus. And releasing. Lowering down with control. Walk that right foot to the outside of the mat. Drop that back knee and take your lizard pose here. Breathing deep. Again, if you're hypermobile, really pressing up. So pressing that foot into the ground. See if you can lift your hips up a little higher. Support your sacrum. But if not, go ahead and reach for that leg. Ooh. Even if you're not hypermobile, it feels really good sometimes to just work on squaring off the hips, lifting the hips up a little bit. Sometimes that helps me get the stretch more into my quad instead of just into the front of my hip there. So, relax the jaw, deepen the breath, maybe even close your eyes. Just telling the body with your nice calm breath that this is good. We love deep stretching. Body, you're safe, you're good. You can relax. Awesome, and then pressing up and back, taking that half child's pose here. Arms reaching forwards. Breathing into the pelvis, breathe into the low back. Melting your forehead to the ground. Enjoying this nice, long, static, cold stretch. And just with every breath, see if you can melt tension away and just encourage your body to release. And inhale, coming up, press that left hand behind you and squeeze the glutes to lift the hips up. Gate opener here. Reaching nice along to that right leg, floats off, and bend that knee, reach back for the foot, press the foot into the hand, find this bow here, but again, try to create space in the low back, and find the arch through the whole spine here, through the whole body, instead of just hinging in the low back and those lower vertebrae. Breathe here, send your body that oxygen. And then release with control, keeping that leg nice and high. Bring it around. And then cross it over, coming down here. If you're gonna stay seated, just make sure that both of your sits bones are rooted into the floor. Or go ahead and come up onto your knees. So even if you're here and you're like, whoa, this is where I was when I first ever tried this stretch. Now I'm here. So it just takes, again, letting your body adapt. Flexibility is about adaptability. So wherever you are, just breathing, centering in. Close the eyes, bring your awareness to your body. And all of the sensations. If you're on your knees, go ahead and sink down. Left hand to the right arch, pulling the core in, belly button to spine as you extend out through that leg. And twist, looking behind you. Really pulling that leg across the body here. Don't lock into this knee if you're hypermobile. Have a little micro bend. Relax those shoulders down, core in, long spine. Beautiful. All right, let's come on down to our backs, holding onto that leg. And extend that left leg out here. So we're gonna take that same PNF stretch that we did. So activate, pull that leg away, squeeze the muscles. Inhale, exhale, relax. And again, squeeze, draw the leg away. Squeeze, squeeze, fight against those arms. Exhale. Last time, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Exhale. Maybe find a little rock here. We're just going to take a static stretch. So either just holding or lifting your head up with me, contracting through the core. Every time, bring that leg just an inch closer to the head. Up. Awesome. And release, letting that leg lengthen as it lowers down. And rock your hips a little side to side here. Let your feet windshield wiper. All right, and let's take that sit up here, pulling your core in. Ooh, nice and strong. Cross those legs. Let's take a downward facing dog here. Walking it out through the legs. Shake the head now. Plugging the fingertips down into the floor. Inhale that left leg up to the sky. Nice big down dog split stretch here. And then if you want to flip your dog, taking a wild thing, go for it, or just stay here, bending that knee. So take your choice. If you're in wild thing, really squeeze your glutes to support your hips, support your low back. Opening up through that front body here. Beautiful. Exhale, flipping back, draw that left leg up, and dropping it down, coming into our pigeon here. So time to do one of my favorite mobility, active stretching exercises in pigeon. Either gonna have one hand on the floor, one hand off, both hands off, or both hands up. This is the hardest, so see where you're at today. We're going to lengthen down, squeezing that leg, flex that foot, lengthen to hover, exhale up. So I'm gonna have my arms out, inhale, exhale, core in, squeeze that booty. All right, let's drop down. You can also bring your hands to your shoulders. It's about working the glute, working the core. Oh yeah, active mobility. Last one. And come on down, take your pigeon, relax a moment here. Breathing into the belly, breathing into the low back. Releasing, relaxing, breathing. Sending some love and gratitude to your body. Inhale, coming up. All right, and one last PNF stretch. What you're gonna do is bend that back leg, reach for the foot. So we're working towards our mermaid, but for a lot of people this is a really tricky pose. So we're gonna do some PNF here. So I want you to push down on that foot, and then your foot is gonna try and fight back. So you're gonna activate your glutes, hammies, quads, and press, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, exhale, release that leg. One more time, squeeze, 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 core in, squeeze everything. Exhale, press with that knee. Last time, squeeze, activate. Exhale, and then wherever you're at, maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe you are ready to take the full variation here, in which case you would bend the top arm up, back, And reach for that other hand. Stay nice and tall through the core. Trying to relax your shoulders and your jaw as much as you can. Pull your belly button to your spine. Oh yeah. So PNF can really be done in any position that is a passive stretching position that you just need to get that little, like, tell your muscles to squeeze, and then they'll release even more. To get even just a little bit more release can make a big difference. So letting that go, we're gonna draw that back foot in, bring the hands behind, so we're in this kind of double stag position. Lift the hips up, tuck the pelvis, lower back down. Now having created space in the low back, we're gonna lower down. Maybe this is where you're at today. We're going for this quad stretch. Maybe you wanna lower down all the way. If you need some extra stretch, you can bend or bring that left knee in towards your chest and hug it in and kind of out to the side a little, like up towards the left armpit. So finally arriving at our totally passive, static stretching. So allowing your body to settle towards the floor. Affirming to your body, I am adaptable, I am flexible, I honor my body in all of its stages, all of its phases. I meet my body where it is with love, compassion, and unconditional acceptance. Nice full exhales. Beautiful. All right, if you've got that left knee, gently lowering it down. We're going to keep rolling to our left side here, coming to a little fetal position. And pressing up, take a nice little side stretch here. Getting into that hip and the side body. Awesome, then making your way up to down dog. Do the last side, the other side. Take a moment to center in here. And when you're ready, inhale that right leg up to the sky. Take that down dog splits. And either bend that knee and hold here, or flip your dog, pressing your booty and your hips up. Wild thing. Exhale, flipping back, using your core, draw that right leg in and lowering down for pigeon. All right, y'all, so before we relax here, taking that mobility stretch, find your arms today where you want them to be, and then lengthen, like really create space in the spine. Don't just like collapse here, really lengthen as you lower. Exhale up. Lengthen. Use that exhale, pull the belly button into the spine. Last one. Squeeze that right glute. And then coming down, take a moment to stretch and relax. So really bringing your awareness and your breath and all your love and good energy down into your hips, your pelvis, your low back here, and just encouraging those muscles by bringing your calm energy to them to release a little bit more. And then inhale, coming up. Let's take that mermaid. So bending that leg. We're gonna do the PNF. So squeezing, bring your awareness to the muscles. Squeeze all the muscles. Exhale, release. Really good. Squeeze, press, activate. Inhale. on our mermaid. So if you've got it, then really focus on lengthening up. Like, don't just hang out here. Really see if you can create even more space in the spine. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, core in. Good job, yo, wherever you're at. And gently releasing. Bring that back leg in, hands behind, lift the hips, tuck the pelvis, and you know what to do, lower on down. And hug that knee in if you want it. Breathing deeply. Just allowing yourself to surrender to the floor, to the stretch, to the sensations. Communicating with your body. We are adaptable, we are flexible, we know how to feel safe in a stretch. Your body can do anything you put your mind to. Truly, a lot of our flexibility has to do with our mental state in our mind and how we are thinking with our body, how we are relating to our body and interacting it with our mental awareness. Beautiful. All right, rolling to that right side, release that leg. And then we're just going to do a little windshield wiper here, just letting your knees fall side to side. And then bringing your legs in and up, just give them a little shake out. Let all your muscles and all your fascia and everything just wiggle and release. And then let's just take one happy baby to finish it off. Maybe take a little rock side to side if that feels good. Into a Shavasana. And now in Shavasana, settling in, finding any position that feels comfortable and relaxing for you. I want you to just visualize all of the little muscle fibers and fascia that we stretched, that we opened in your body today. I want you to imagine all of your muscles being surrounded and filled with just warm, golden, healing light. Bringing one hand to your heart and one hand to your stomach, just imagining all of your muscles recovering nice and fast and adapting with a newfound openness, a newfound resiliency, range and lengthening ability. Breathing in vitality. Saying to your body, thank you so much. You are so capable. You are so adaptable, so flexible, so beautiful. Just basking in that golden light. Imagine it filling up and surrounding your entire aura. let your arms continue to just wrap around you. Just give yourself a hug. Wiggle your toes. Stretching your arms up now. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side, massaging out the low back, and then just run your hands down your legs, your quads, your hamstrings, your hip flexors, your glutes, all the muscles. This was definitely fully lower body centered, so just, bringing that blood flow and just encouraging a speedy recovery of all those muscle fibers. And then rocking back and rocking up. I'll take a sip of water. All right, friends, so I hope you enjoyed exploring all these different ways that you can work on your flexibility. Inhale the arms up. Palms together, sealing off the practice, bringing the hands down to the heart. Let your day continue to be filled with flexibility in the body and the mind, meeting each moment, meeting your body, meeting yourself exactly where you are as you are, moving with compassion. Namaste. All right, friends, so happy to have you in class. Thank you for joining. Like, subscribe. I'll have a new video for you every week so you can keep working on your holistic cross-training lifestyle for dancers. And find me on Instagram